Hi students, let's learn today's standard 4th subject EVS 1 lesson number 4 water safe for drinking question answers explanation in English. So in this video we will see all the question answers of this lesson in detail, also explanation of all the question answers in detail and question answers like this we will see. Let's start student now. Lesson number 4 water safe for drinking exercises. A. Use your brain power. Question is some rava has got mixed with sago pulse or sabudana. What sieve should we use to separate the two? The one that allows rava to pass through or the one that allows sago? And the answer is the particle size of rava is smaller than sago pulse or sabudana. And so we shall use the sieve that allows rava to pass through, and the sago pulse or sabudana will remain in the sieve and thus the two will get separated. Now question B is answer the following questions. Number 1, name the substances used to make the solution called lemon sharbat, and the answer is the substances used to make the solution called lemon sharbat are lemon, sugar, salt and water. Question number 2. Why is the water that looks clean and transparent may not be fit for drinking? And the answer is because water that looks clean and transparent may contain harmful microorganisms which cannot be seen with the naked eyes. Therefore, it can cause diseases and is harmful for health. So, such water is not fit for drinking. Next question number 3 is when making a sharbat, what do we do to make sugar dissolve quickly? And the answer is we stir the sugar added to the sharbat with the help of a spoon, and this makes the sugar dissolve quickly. Next question, does oil float on water or sink in it? And the answer is oil floats on water. Now next question is complete the following table. Question number, write the information you obtained from the floating sinking experiment in the table below. So student, we did the experiment of floating and sinking. We have to write the information in the table, but we will see this information on next slide. Let's see next. Repeat the experiment with the other things besides those mentioned in the lesson. Write their names too in the proper places in the table. Students, instead of floating sinking experiment, we have to write other things, okay, and we have to complete the table. So let's see. So other things we have to write here. You can write in other things also. For example, brick, steel plate, key, tennis ball, paper boat, and from these which things will sink we have to write. So the answer is, so brick will sink, steel plate will sink and key will sink in water. And which things will float? And the answer is tennis ball will float on water and the paper boat also will float on water. Now we will see the first table from the textbook, from the given in the lesson. Things given in the lesson we have to sort out which will sink and which will float. So let's see first from your compass box. So first we have seen that from things from compass box, that is a plastic ruler, a sharpener, a rubber band, the compass and eraser. Now we have to write which things will sink. So from these things, an eraser will sink, a sharpener will sink and the compass will sink. And which things will float? So a plastic rubber will float, a pencil will float and a rubber band will also float. Now next things we have seen that from your house, we have seen these things from house, that is a steel spoon, a plastic spoon, some groundnut shells, an iron nail, a screw and a coin. So which things will sink from these? So a steel spoon will sink, an iron nail will sink, a screw will sink and a coin will also sink. And which things will float? So a plastic spoon will float and groundnut shells will float. Okay, some other things we have seen, things from outdoors. So which things we have seen there in the experiment? of sinking and floating, that is stones, little twigs, leaves and soil. So from these, which things will sink? So from these, stones will sink and oil will sink. And also which things will float? So little twigs will float and leaves will float. So you can write or you can complete this table like this. Now see next question, students. Next question is fill in the blanks. Let's see now. Number 1, substances like salt and sugar dash after some time when added to water, and the answer is dissolve. Substances like salt and sugar dissolve after some time when added to water. Now next question. Next, fill in the blanks. The mixture obtained on dissolving a substance in water is called a dash, and the answer is solution. The mixture obtained on dissolving a substance in water is called a solution. Next question. ORS is an example of dash solutions, and the answer is ORS is an example of useful solutions. Next, all microorganisms are not useful. Some can cause dash if they enter our body, and the answer is disease. All microorganisms are not useful. Some can cause disease if they enter our body. Next, fill in the blanks. Things that float in water are dash than. So answer is lighter. Things that float in water are lighter than it, and things that sink are dash than it, and the answer is heavier. Things that sink are heavier than it. Now next question. Next, fill in the blanks. A substance called dash is swilled in muddy water to help clean the water, and the answer is alum. A substance called alum is swilled in muddy water to help clean the water. So like this you can write the fill in the blanks, students. Next question. You have to write true or false. So first sentence is alum powder does not dissolve in water, and the answer is false, because alum powder can dissolve in water. What is given here? Does not dissolve, but actually alum powder does dissolve in water. That's why answer is false. Next, microorganisms cannot live in water, and the answer is false. Why? Because microorganisms live in water, and what is given here? Cannot live in water. That's why answer is false. Next, if muddy water remains still, a sediment is formed at its bottom, and the answer is true. Yes, if muddy water remains still, then sediment is formed at the bottom. This is true. Number 4, an eraser floats in water, and the answer is false. Yes, an eraser does not float in water. Eraser sink in water. What is given here? Eraser float in water. That's why answer is false. Actually, eraser sink in water. What is given? Float in water. That's why answer is false. Next, tea leaves can be separated from tea by filtration, and the answer is true. Yes, tea leaves can be separated from tea by filtration method. We can separate tea leaves from tea. So like this you can write the true or false. Next, now last question, students. How can we tell that water has become transparent? And the answer is when the suspended particles in the water settle down at the bottom. Whatever the suspended particles are there, when they settle down at the bottom, it looks transparent. And when a piece of alum is filled in muddy water, it dissolves in water and takes mud particles along with it to the bottom. So when a piece of alum is filled in muddy water, or it is mixed in muddy water, it dissolves in water. This alum is dissolved in water and takes mud particles along with alum. It takes mud particles along with it to the bottom. Then, since the mud particles are heavier than water, okay, so mud particles or soil are heavier than water, so they form a sediment at the bottom. That's why they form a sediment at the bottom. So this such water is said to become transparent. So this water is called as, or this such water is said to become a transparent water. Okay, so like this, students, you can write all the question answers of this lesson. Thanks for watching. So students, if you like this video, then subscribe this YouTube channel for more videos like this, and also like this video, comment if any suggestion is there, and also share this video with your friends to complete their homework also. Okay, thanks for watching. Thank you very much.